Like you don't have that one player that you're always like, okay, he's gonna be
They were
outrageous.
just
They're just like
stacked.
so. You know how like the Spurs are?
Yeah.
How they just have like a plain
Man.
strategy that works. That's how Villanova
It
works.
was crazy. That was like one of the first teams. One of the first teams. I say the second team was Buddy Hield when he was at Oklahoma his senior year. Besides that team, this team was like a team where I'm actually playing against them, and I'm like, bro, they're amazing. Like the ball movement, the teamwork, the team defense. Like I'm like, they're amazing, bro. They're good. And it's like I was never like, bro, we should have never lost. Like. You know, this is that we did. I'm like, bro, they're good. They're good. And they had like 4 or 5 draft picks after that season.
Yeah.
So.
Also with so even speaking on stars right now. So when it comes to how was it playing against players that we talked about back then and now in the league, and like out of all those players who were able to make it to the league, like who was one of the hardest, like a list of the hardest players for you to guard or play against?
Oh man, that's tough. Buddy Hield was a problem, but I didn't really I wasn't on him like, all game, but I got some possessions. But watching him, like, man, I'll never forget when we played them at his place, and he just had like a 30 and a 30 piece, and like he didn't even break a sweat. It was like, bro, like it was insane. I'll never forget that. And who else? I mean, Trae Young's cooking in the in the NBA right now, and you saw the talent when he was in college. But yeah, he was getting off. Funny thing. Yeah, he was getting off in college. But for us, when we played him, we kind of held him like 20 points when he was like dropping 30 and 40 on everybody. So it was like a accomplishment for us. So like I think first time we played him, he probably had like 24. Second time it was like 17, 18. So it was like good for us. But yeah, they were getting off. Javon Carter, he was a problem too in college, and it wasn't just so much offense. It was just like he'll get buckets from that steal, like pressing. He was so good at defense that it was just a talent. And Devontae Graham, he was a problem in college too for Kansas all 4 years.
Playing, getting into college and getting to Tech, playing in Division I, like Big 12. We know Big 12 is one of the biggest basketball like tournaments. Or conferences. So what was your welcome to college? Like this is D1 basketball moment. Like what was a point in time that someone just like did you dirty that you were just like, dang, like this is real basketball here?
I think it had to be. I don't remember anything like in practice happening, but it was like I think it was like an early game in the season. It's like, I think we were playing like who was it, Fresno State or something, and it was this guy that was playing defense on me. I'm bringing up the ball and I turned it over like 3 or 4 times in a row. I'm like, bro, like what? Like it makes you, question your whole game. I'm like, bro, I know I can dribble. Like, and then the next time, you're just shaking. Like you bring the ball to the court. It's like, bro, I'm about to turn it over again. And then
you already know he's about to happen.
Like, man, and then I just sat for the rest of the game. I feel like that was like my welcome, to college moment. Like, but that was still earlier in the season, and it was just like I had to really learn from that experience.
So out of all the teammates that you got to play with in college, who would you say was your favorite teammates to play with and just to just bond everything in general, the whole experience?
Man, that's tough. My freshman year, it was Clark Lammert. He was a senior when I came in. He kind of took me under his wing, showed me the ropes. He was like a walk-on that got playing time because he just busted his butt and just worked hard. But other than that, I don't know. I just felt like our little like freshman group, me, Zach, Norris, Justin. It was just like so fun playing with them. You just with them for 4 years, so it's just like we grew together, we lived together for our first 2 years, and then it was just always fun playing with them. And it was just a sad day that when we finally lost it, it's like, man, I might not ever play with them again.
So what was playing in college, even from high school through college till now, playing overseas, what would you say is the greatest challenge you've had to face?
I would just say every team you get on, it's always new players. It'd be a new coach. Yeah. So you got to learn new personalities. You got to learn new styles of how certain people play. Especially being a point guard, you got to know all of that stuff. And it's just like new coaching systems and new environments to live in. So it's just like always something new. Like your mind has to adapt everywhere you go. You can't really get lackadaisical and just, get comfortable. Like you're always on a new challenge.